Pass forward, Bain collected. He's got Shell falling close to tender. He tricks him, puts it back to Gullen. Goes on the edge of the spot. Puts it forward to Rooks. And shoots from weak angle. And shoots it to net. Goal! Brilliant, brilliant goal by Rooks. And it's a goal to Chelsea.
And Tangling all on his own. We can chip this one. Oh, a beautiful goal. He said stepped it the wrong way.
Owen presenting it to Osgood. Good running by Osgood. Side foot shot. In comes Hutchinson. Now let's see something from little Pat Nevin. Been forced to turn by Mick Lyons. Magic goal by Mickey Thomas.
Chelsea's players may have changed 1,000 times over the years, but the style and pure joy of their football has always remained the same, providing great goals and classic matches. Chelsea have always been one of the free spirits of an English game, sometimes stifled by other teams not equally as bold. Flair, panache and the skill of the individual have always been valued as virtues at Stamford Bridge, with entertainment the #1 priority. Entertainment was certainly expected on March the 15th, 1969, when Chelsea played the new champions of Europe, Manchester United, before a crowd of over 60,000.
Manchester United have proved once again what a fantastic drawing card they are. Surely the greatest in the whole of football in Britain. The gates were closed here half an hour before the kick-off and all reserved seats were sold weeks ago. Now Chelsea, who've won their last 4 games, still leave out Charlie Cook, and today £100,000 Alan Birchenall is the substitute. But they welcome back their midfield star, Peter Osgood. Peter Osgood, a player of grace, elegance and efficiency, wearing number 10. Manchester United have no Bobby Charlton, but they do have, back after injury, Willie Morgan and Dennis Law, who today is captain. Now Dennis Law, on his day, is one of the sharpest men in the game. The Scottish international has had quite a few good days this season. The referee, Mr. George McCabe from Sheffield, refereeing his last match in London, unless he gets the cup final, because he retires at the end of the season and he's got no other engagements in London. Manchester United, wearing the white shorts, kick off. A team doing badly in the league, only 2 wins in their last 9 league games, but still rising to the big occasion. And have already, once again, the semi-final of the European Cup. They have a fantastic record here at Stamford Bridge. They've only lost 9 times in 35 visits to Chelsea. Osgood, the ground, very, very sticky indeed. Osgood finding Hollands and a corner to Chelsea. The ground staff worked hard on this ground until 9:30 last night. Tons of sand have been put on the thick, clinging mud. Tambling to take the corner kick. Oh, what a great save, but it's a goal! A goal scored by Webb, and Manchester United must have been half asleep. A tremendous save from Houseman, but David Webb has scored. The Manchester defenders were caught a bit flat-footed that time. You notice when Tamlin floats the ball across, watch Dempsey head it, and the man who really does the damage is Houseman. There's nobody there to cover him at all. He runs onto the scene completely unmarked. He's coming on into the picture now. There he is, and he hits this ball in full stride. He hits it well, but even after Stepney miraculously gets to the ball, look at Fitzpatrick. He should still get this ball away, but he doesn't. He has two left legs, and there Webb turns up on the scene and just rams the ball into the back of the net. 60 seconds gone. Manchester United are a goal down. How Houseman was ever allowed to get that shot in. And then why the ball wasn't cleared after that great save by Stepney. As usual, Harris there close to him. And it's a great save by Benetti from McCready. Well, Benetti won't have a more difficult shot to take for the whole of the match. Kidd to take the corner kick. James has gone up, but the man we look for is number 10, Law, in a situation like this. One of the greatest headers of the ball in the country. And it's Law, number 10. There he is. One of the finest jumpers in the whole of the game. How he gets up to some of them is beyond me. Ball is given against Collins. So it's a free kick to Manchester United. Barron to take it. Oh, Benetti! Oh, it's going for Benetti. It's really going for him this afternoon to get that rebound from Webb. Barron operating without his partner Charlton. Oh, Styles in trouble. And Styles fouled by Houseman. A lot of players are going to get in trouble in that centre circle. It's almost impossible to walk in it. And Sadler got his head to that one, low down though it was. Sadler coming through, making the break from the back. So often he's playing in midfield, but always there when Manchester United have a chance in the opposing penalty area. Foul by James on Hutchinson. Free kick to Chelsea. Hutchinson. Morgan, Best going over to the right. Kidd trying to find Best. And usually it's Harris looking after Best. That time it was Hollins. Boyle forever bobbing up in free space. A pretty clever thinking footballer, this boy, Johnny Boyle. Tabling. Hutchinson hit the second goal. He took that beautifully. 28 minutes gone. Ian Hutchinson took that magnificently. A splendid centre this by Boyle, but the man who makes this goal is the youngster, Ian Hutchinson. You'll see him number 9. You can see him just on the left. Now watch him have to check, and he gets hold of the ball under control, slips it through Sadler's legs, and he still runs on to take the 1-2 passing movement with Tambling, outpaces everybody else and scores what really is a fine goal. So 2-0. Chelsea lead. And this puts Manchester United in quite a little spot above them. And George Best has got to turn on some of the magic. United are going to be rescued now. Law to Kidd. Well, that sort of football could well pull back even a 2-goal deficit. Fitzpatrick across to Crerar. Best. Oh, that's more like it. That was almost the pinnacle of cheek, wasn't it, in the opposing penalty area, just to flick the ball up as George Best did then. Quarter of an hour left to play. And it's a free kick to Manchester United for that foul tackle by McCready on Morgan. Sadler to take the free kick. Manchester United bringing up almost the entire team. Chelsea have got 11 men back. Done to Morgan. And there's James. He scored. Oh, that's the way to go on the blind side of them. 31 minutes and Steve James. Not a soul in the world saw him.
The more you see this goal, the less you can believe it. This is Morgan putting across the centre, but just count the number of players who missed the ball as it comes across. There's nothing magical about this centre at all, but everybody seems to go for it and the ball just sneaks away from them. It really is incredible that the ball could cross a crowded penalty area like that. Now, you'd think some of the defenders would get it away, wouldn't you? But no, they don't, and James moves on the blind side. He's quicker off the mark than everyone else. Benetti sees him, makes this despairing dive, but James carries on and scores what really is an opportunist goal, but the opportunity should never have been presented.
To Law, Sadler, and there's Best. And what a wonderful save by Benetti. And how can such a frail-looking character like George Best hit a ball so hard? Fouled by Kidd on Harris. Free kick to Chelsea. Here's Osgood. Best for United. Fitzpatrick is chased up with the attack. Morgan here on the right. It's Fitzpatrick. And the Houseman dropping back. The extra weight to the defence. Tamlin to Osgood. Best of beauty to Kidd. Law and Sadler. Oh, he's hit the post. Again, scintillating move by Manchester United. Running by Kidd, get away from his shadow. Harris, a wonderful tackler. And Tamlin all on his own. this one. Oh, a beautiful goal. He said, step me the wrong way. 11 minutes of the second half, and wouldn't you believe it, Manchester United all up in attack, and Bobby Tamling breaks away and gets the third goal. Well, this really must make the crowd of 60,436. People in the crowd scratch their heads in disbelief. Now to Creran. And there seemed to have been a bit of trouble at the other end. Between Law and Dempsey. And Dempsey's really got at Law. The referee didn't see it. It's behind his back. So things have really boiled now. Sadler to Creran. Fitzpatrick. Up best. Kidd. Penalty kick. Penalty kick. And the Chelsea players are saying it was outside the area. 18 minutes of the second half gone, and it is a penalty, and Kidd is hurt. Kidd looks if he's going to be all right, and this penalty might soothe things down. It's given the feud between Law and Dempsey time to fade into oblivion, we hope. Dennis Law to take the kick. And it's 3 goals to 2. So Dennis Law has made it 3-2, 63 minutes. And Fitzpatrick looking very happy about it. Dennis Law always happy, and the only people really agree, the Chelsea team and the Chelsea fans. Well, to those who say it wasn't a penalty, one can only make the old cliche of a reply, look in the morning papers. George Best caught with 2 left legs then. Boyle. To Hutchinson. Look at this youngster. 20 minutes of the second half gone. And this game is really sizzling. 3-2, Chelsea in the lead. I wouldn't care to forecast the result even now. And Tamling! The players sort of almost wallowing in this mixture of sand and mud. Tamling didn't hit either of those as he would have wished to have hit them. Best with the throw to Styles. Kidd. And here's Tamling for Chelsea. James did well to get that ball. He was on the wrong side of the man. Creran to Sadler. Won't be much time left. A lot of injury time, of course. That was handball by Hollins. He got away with it. Goal kick. And off goes Styles towards the referee. He's... Well, Nobby Styles always says your ace was trumped that time. And wonderful bit of refereeing by Mr. McCabe to quite calm Styles down, and the whistle goes for the end of a memorable match. Chelsea have won, and we'll remember this one for some time to come.
Equally memorable was the game in April 1977 when Chelsea played Nottingham Forest in a second division top-of-the-table fixture that both teams needed to win to keep their promotion hopes alive.
When things are going wrong, turn to experience and a goal scorer in form in the reserves. That would seem to be Eddie McCready's answer to Chelsea's Easter problems, as he brings in Charlie Cook, now 34, for his first game since October, and Tommy Langley, who's 19 years old and has scored 19 goals in the football combination this season, for his first team game of this season. So the lineup in front of fit again Peter Bonetti looks like this. The absentees are Gary Stanley and Kenny Swain. And the substitute, Clive Walker, is another teenager who has never previously even appeared as substitute. No problems for Brian Clough's Nottingham Forest, who come here with a run of 11 points out of their last 12. A run which gives them a fine chance of regaining the first division status that they lost in 1972, the year, incidentally, that Brian Clough took Derby to the league title. And with him then, and still with him, is John McGovern, now his skipper, who began his career under Clough at Hartlepool and has since followed him to every port of call other than Brighton. The referee, Ron Chalice of Tunbridge, and the team's changing ends. Chelsea turn for home at the halfway stage of the season with a 4-point lead. Now the finishing tape is misty, and there is many a look over their shoulder, and not least at their opponents this afternoon, Nottingham Forest, standing in third place. Brian Clough just taking his seat there in the background alongside his trainer Jimmy Gordon. Chelsea to kick off, attacking the goal to our right and wearing an all-blue strip. Nottingham Forest in red shirts and white shorts. Chapman winning the first challenge with Langley. Pitch looking pretty dry, other than the odd spot where it's needed the water, which has been given. Bad header that by Chapman. Covered by Larry Lloyd. First touch for Charlie Cook. Lock to Britton. And an early corner. Chelsea have put Langley on the line. Harris coming to the near post. Posse of three coming from behind, one of whom is Charlie Cook. Got away by With. Britton. Cook. Harris. Well, the weak one from Harris to Bowyer. Won it twice, Bowyer. That's too long from Harris. Dave Anderson underneath it. His mistake, which gave Chelsea a goal in the match at Nottingham earlier in the season, which ended at 1 apiece. Mistake by O'Neill. Wilkins trying to get away. Another soul in the middle. Langley surprising Lloyd to get the cross in. Robertson. Scott against Scott. Here's another one, McGovern. Clark has the goalkeeper there. Turn Clark? No, says the referee. At least he did it fairly. Here's Locke. Wilkins. Britton. Oh, stopped by Robertson. Just two up for Forest. Woodcock. Fouled by Harris. Tackle from behind. Robertson. With touch for Bowyer. This has possibilities. until Wicks came across well. Closed his legs in the nick of time. With Bowyer has pushed into the box again, as he is wont to do. Robertson against Locke. And he's through, Robertson. Nice cut inside by the Scots winger. Done by Lloyd, and comfortably. Forrest playing with a lot of composure. That's outside the area on his handball. Really a lack of understanding then between Wicks and Bonetti. Bonetti's momentum taking him over the line and out of the area. Chapman up in the 6-yard box. With coming across. Robertson to take it. There was With. There was Bowyer. Straight into Bonetti's outstretched hands. Forrest with 8 players in attacking positions. Langley's header, Bonetti's punch, Bowyer had it flicked off his foot again by Langley. Wilkins, Britton. Forrest now back in defence in numbers. With 5 minutes of the half left. Nothing on the score sheet dividing the teams. But Forrest breathing a great deal more easily, our Orange. Bowyer. McGovern! He's had 2 pot shots from distance. Is falling to the wrong man, sadly. McGovern. O'Neill to his right. They're letting him run. Back again to O'Neill. This is the best chance of the match, and it's made. Well, it's been on the cards. Martin O'Neill, scorer, repeating the goal that he got in the first league match between these two. Really a nice move down the middle. They let Martin O'Neill run. Wilkins let him go. He fed it through to With, got a return, and had no doubt that he was going to put it away. Here's Wicks. Lewington. Cook. They hit it cleanly enough and with some power. Cook to take it. It's curling out for Wicks, who won it. Chapman, Britton. A bad header out of defence. And Britton making the defender pay for it. And the score is now identical with the match up at Nottingham earlier in the season. Brian Clough, quite impassive in the centre of the picture. Bowyer. O'Neill did well to get it over, and Bonetti struggling, saved by Locke. It's all a bit harem-scarum now. The pace of the game has increased, which perhaps is because Forest have lost their control. McGovern Wilkins, Cook, Britton. Cook starting to try and dictate the pattern, telling people where to go. Finiston took it nicely off Lloyd. That's a good try! Really fine piece of play by the Chelsea number 9, who's proving a bit of a handful for Larry Lloyd now. Coming out to Lewington. Lloyd out of trouble with Summerplum. And the free kick against Cook. Just run across the line of flight of Robertson. With McGovern. Bowyer. Let it run again. 3 to pull it back to. Oh, they just couldn't get it in. O'Neill beaten to it by Britton. Really a lovely cross by Bowyer. But away from Peter With. Here's Britton. Charlie Cook. Thought about a shot, changed his mind, I suspect. Here's Finiston. 2 to pull it back to. And Chapman did the right thing, although he got a smack in the eye from his keeper. That was en route to Butch Wilkins, that cross, which again was a good one. Chapman turning it away. Really building to a fine finish, a game which has always been tight and tense, and a game which has swung Chelsea's way more in the second half. Britton comes to Lewington. An offside decision given anyway. It surely had little to do with the shot. 5 minutes left. 1-1 the score. Chapman out to the side, and the corner saved by Robertson. On by Wicks, and Finiston scores! Steve Finiston snatching it for Chelsea at the death. Wicks' header in evidence again. And Finiston scores a priceless goal for Chelsea. Minutes. 4 minutes for Forest to pull out of the fire, a game which they controlled for the best part of an hour. Eddie McCready on the right. Mr. Chalice looks at his linesman and he's got a signal from both. Woodcock away from his man so neatly, taking on Wicks, 2 men in the middle, Wicks putting it out for the corner. But his head has been more important, the truth be told, at the other end. The last chance now for Nottingham Forest. Mr. Chalice, checking his watch at the corner, is about to be taken. Massive bodies in the 6-yard box, away by Ron Harris. And away for the last time. The points are Chelsea's. The hour is Chelsea's as Eddie McCready makes his way to the dressing room. A most important victory by 2-1, with Steve Finiston scoring 4 minutes from time, his 20th goal of the season. It keeps them so much in the hunt, but don't write off Nottingham Forest.
Both teams were promoted, but while Forest went on to win the First Division title next season, Chelsea soon slipped back to Division 2. where in 1980 they produced 2 vintage home performances against Newcastle United. The first in January.
That's the Chelsea line-up, and things have been going pretty well for them at the Bridge. Their last 5 games have produced 5 victories and a total of 11 goals. There's just one change from their last match, which was incidentally on New Year's Day at Luton, and that is the return of the skipper, Mickey Joy, in place of 18-year-old Colin Pates. Newcastle, the leaders, are also unchanged, and that in spite of losing in the Cup to Chester last week. And there's going to be quite an aerial battle and a battle of strength down the middle, with Joy faced by Peter With, whose 2 goals decided the match at St James's Park in September. Of course, alongside Peter With, since then, has come Billy Rafferty, signed from Wolverhampton Wanderers. Bobby Gould, continuing as the Chelsea number 2, having decided since their last match to stay here rather than accept the job of the number 1 at Bristol Rovers. The latecomers taking their seats in the main Chelsea stand. Got a fine atmosphere here and a second division contest which has every justification for being called the match of the day. Chelsea attacking the goal to our left in 3rd place at the moment against the leaders Newcastle. Chelsea looking for a continuation of the home form, which has brought a crowd of a little under 30,000 here this afternoon. The goalkeeper, Peter Barotta. The referee this afternoon is Mr. Lester Shapter of King's Kerswell, South Devon. Joy on his more natural side. Headed by Stuart Bone. And this is young Fillery, youngest player on the field at 19 years and 3 months. Here's Britain. Walker, Fillery. Took it well, oh how well. How can he get a shot? Well, it was a really lovely cheeky one. With some indication there of his talent, which the crowd obviously appreciated. Top scorer in the team, and he's really having a very good season for Chelsea. Britain. The referee played the advantage, a clear foul by Davis with both feet. That's nice, here's Bumstead. The ball to get a second bite. Lock. Britain scampering outside him. Fillery. Britain once more. Ron Harris. Ball to find in the box. A one-up ball. There's Fillery! Davis, Hibbett, David Barton. Langley. Fillery's made the run to the left, and the free kick given against Barton, which was a little rough on Chelsea. Although fair's fair, Mr. Shapter has been up with play and allowed advantage a number of times in the first period. It's the first time he's been caught like that. Britain on it. Here is Joy. Bumstead. Fillery. Sparrow. Oh, and turned in! When the ball was fed out to Sparrow, the cross was low and hard, and Langley going with it with Barton. Barton, I think, just got there first, and the ball absolutely flew off his foot past the goalkeeper, who had no earthly chance. And the goalkeeper not very happy. Joy causing problems at the start, and when the ball was fed out to the left, it came back from Sparrow, who was on the better angle, and Fillery appreciated that fact. But it really flew in as Langley went in. So Chelsea now well on their way to their 6th win on the trot. Their last defeat here was by Fulham on October the 27th. Because in 48 hours' time, they've got a cup tie against Wigan, which is, I think, one of the reasons why Cuddy Lee wasn't considered today, because he wouldn't be able to play in the cup tie. Here's Walker again. Oh, and he's in! He's got Langley there as well. But he didn't need him. And Hardwick must wish he could go back in the dressing room and start the second half all over again. 2 thump past him before Newcastle have had time to settle. Harris, Cassidy. Rafferty, that's a good turn. Well, that's the 3rd time in the match that he's done something good on the deck, but has followed it up with a pretty ordinary shot. And the Shed is very happy. With Joy. Langley. Lock. Walker right side. They're pitting for offside, but he certainly wasn't. And that's another corner. David Barton sorting out the defence, or trying to. Oh, that didn't fall too kindly for Bumstead, it was just a bit too high. And the ball given away. Taken by Bumstead. Oh, it's a nice try! Really nice try. Another one of the youngsters, and it's all happening around Harwick at the moment. Now Breton. Nobody coming up right side, that was the problem there. Bumstead ran in, when in fact he needed the width, did Breton. Walker. And here's Langley! Well, no question that that is his. So that's Newcastle's worst defeat of the season. And Walker and Langley teaming up to cause problems once more. Walker having skinned the right back, crossed low, and Langley got in with a really arrogant but purposeful flick that was too much for the goalkeeper. Hibbett, Connolly on the touchline. Cartwright is in the middle. Connolly was prepared to try with his right, and he was! And Marotta finally has to earn his keep. Good save. Connolly prepared to have a crack with his right foot, forcing the keeper into action. Bowman has come to the near post. And Barotta's right hook could set something up, actually, because the break is left side with Langley. Brownlee is favoured. That's the best scoreline they've seen at Stamford Bridge this season. Chelsea continuing to use all their verve right to the final whistle, which has now been blown. We've seen their best victory here at Stamford Bridge before the biggest crowd they've had here this season of 32,281.
Chelsea just missed promotion to Division 1 on goal difference. And when Newcastle returned to Stamford Bridge in October next season, they were eclipsed even more comprehensively.
This Chelsea side have taken 14 points from the last possible 16. A run of 6 wins and 2 draws, which has sent them hurrying up the second division table from 20th to 5th. So they're expecting a big welcome from the Stamford Bridge crowd. There's only one change from the team which won at Orient in midweek, and that's at number 5, where Mickey Droy returns for the injured Colin Pates. At number 7, Phil Driver, a recent buy from Wimbledon, starts a home match for the first time. Newcastle have 3 very new names in their side. At number 3, 18-year-old Chris Wyth, playing his second match today for the first team. He's the youngest brother of Peter Wyth. Number 6, Bruce Halliday, is 19 and making his league debut this afternoon. And number 9, Chris Waddle, a second cousin of Swansea's Alan Waddle, was working in a sausage factory before he signed for Newcastle, but he's done well in the reserves and made his league debut on Wednesday against Shrewsbury. It's exactly a year ago this week since Geoff Hurst was confirmed as manager here at Chelsea, with Bobby Gould as his assistant. Their team missed promotion on goal difference last season. Can they go one better this time, he's wondering. Referee Eric Reid of Bristol gets Chelsea going from right to left in the blue strip. Newcastle in the stripes with white shorts. John Bumstead for Chelsea to Mickey Droy. Number 3 is Dennis Roth. Mike Fillery, number 8. That was Halliday getting his first touch in league football for Newcastle. He's wearing number 6 for them. Clive Walker, the Chelsea captain recently. Billy Rafferty to Cartwright. Martin, Carney. There's Waddle. That was away by Nutton. There's Mick Martin again. Over to Chris Wyth, another of the newcomers. Bobby Shinton flicking it on to Rafferty. Turned back by Gary Chivers, who's wearing number 6, but you'll find him more in the right-back position because Graham Wilkins is out for some weeks with a dislocated shoulder. This time it's Colin Lee who's penalised, been in good form recently for Chelsea. Bone to take the kick for Newcastle. Droy heading it back to the opposite number 5. Oh, and here's a chance that Shinton goes in and Barotta makes a fine save. Chelsea's defence caught out as they came out, and Bobby Shinton had a clear shooting chance. He's normally very accurate in front of goal. He was on target, but Barotta reacting well. There's Shinton again with the turn and shots. Returned by Halliday. Oh, and Barotta only half made that. And Colin Lee completes the clearance. Still Newcastle on the ball, though, with Wharton. Looking for Waddle. And the goalkeeper, for the moment, very busy indeed. That was a very good reflex save from the Yugoslav keeper, who's so popular here at Stamford Bridge. Lee, Bumstead, Fillery. Looks for Rhodes Brown on the inside of Steve Carney, who intercepted well. Fillery. Good ball. Driver. 2 newcomers to the second division there, Driver and Wyth. Lee! Colin Lee scores for Chelsea. And that celebrates an anniversary for him, because it's 3 years ago to the day since Colin Lee scored 4 goals in his first game for Spurs in that 9-0 win over Bristol Rovers. And this afternoon he scores one for Chelsea to put them in front against Newcastle. It's Lee's 8th goal of the season. Oh, flicked right across, and Bowen couldn't get his shot in, and Shinton tried as well. And Colin Lee there was back in defence. And here's Clive Walker. Good ball to Driver, and Driver sees his shot come off the feet of goalkeeper Carr. So Rowe takes the throw and finds Lee. That's a foul again by Bowen. Those two are having quite a tussle. Stuart Bowen, number 5, and Colin Lee, the Chelsea number 9, who scored the only goal so far. Fillery's shot, it's in. So simple from Mike Fillery. That's his second goal of the week. Barotta celebrates. Fillery scored from further out than that at Orient on Tuesday night. Scores again today. A left foot shot, beautifully placed from the free kick into the corner of the net. There's Rhodes Brown. Fillery in space, well found too, lovely pass, and player out to the right is Driver. Good move this by Chelsea. Pulls it back, Fillery! Half save, Walker! Walker put the ball in the net. Slight argument after he'd scored with Mick Martin, I think, but it's 3-0 to Chelsea. Shinton, Martin, Bowen, Carney, Rafferty, foul though by Rowe. Bowen is up there, good save Barotta. Stuart Bowen's header. Here comes Mick Martin. Looking for Rafferty. That's Gary Chivers. Linesman flags. Free kick to Chelsea. Beautiful play again from Mike Fillery, and look at that from Driver. Lee! Oh, good save by Carr. That looked like 4-0, and Colin Lee's second. Lovely cross by Driver. Header by Lee, and Carr a very, very good save. Newcastle, who start the second half 3 goals down, have never had very much luck here at Stamford Bridge. The last time they won here was way back in April 1954, when Ron Greenwood was playing centre-half for Chelsea. Here's Mick Martin, though. Walker, who scored Chelsea's third. This fixture over the years has tended to produce a lot of goals. I well recall my father bringing me to a match here some years ago when Chelsea beat Newcastle 6-5. So perhaps it's one of those matches which seem to produce the goals. 3 so far for Chelsea today. Here's Driver. Lee going in. Oh! Well, it does produce the goals, doesn't it? And Colin Lee has got 2 today now. And again the supply line was this outside right Phil Driver. What a match he's having. So much is emanating from the Chelsea right. Driver in possession again, got the ball across, and Colin Lee put it away, making it 9 now for him in the last 9 games. Here's Mick Martin. Waddle. Martin again. Wharton. Played in for Cartwright. Nutton's tackle. It's Fillery. Lee, this first time football of Chelsea's a joy to watch. There goes Walker. Oh, he's got a player free on this side if he can find him. Chivers! What a tremendous run from the back by Gary Chivers. That was superb football by Chelsea again. It started off with Walker laying the ball back. Lee was involved then. Fillery played the ball down to Walker. Walker made the space, and Gary Chivers had come, well, how many yards? Over half the length of the pitch, certainly, to make it 5-0 to Chelsea. This is the biggest pasting that Newcastle have taken since Arthur Cox on the left there in the raincoat became manager. So the Chelsea manager making a late appearance on the touchline. Going for the 1-2, here's Cartwright. Carney moving forward. And losing out. Rhodes-Brown's done an awful lot of good foraging on that left-hand side. Colin Lee is moving into the centre now. Here's Rhodes-Brown taking on Cartwright. Lee! Oh, what a fine goal! And his hat-trick on the anniversary of those 4 goals for Spurs. He's got 3 for Chelsea. And he's made the score 6-0. The credit, first of all, to Peter Rhodes-Brown for a tremendous piece of foraging down the left-hand side, winning it, running with it, holding it, finally delivering it. Colin Lee flung himself forward to head it in. And Chelsea just putting the cap now on a really fine performance. An offside decision there back in the Chelsea penalty area. Swinton, Coonan, with and went back by Gary Chivers. A foul by Willie Rafferty. And a huge roar greets a fine Chelsea performance. Bobby Gould and Jeff Hurst can afford to feel well pleased this weekend. Chelsea winning by 6-0 to take their current record to 16 points out of 18.
A Milk Cup run in 1984-85 produced 2 great Chelsea performances. When Manchester City came to the Bridge for a 4th-round tie in November, Kerry Dixon was already the club's top scorer with 14 goals.
Chelsea currently riding high in the First Division, unable to pick an unchanged side, so it's a team which beat West Bromwich Albion by 3-1 last Saturday when David Speedie scored 2. Manchester City make a late change, bringing in Graham Sinclair at right back. He's on loan from Celtic, and a timely loan too, because Mick McCarthy is suspended and Andy May, as a result, has to move to the centre of the defence. We have a Welshman in charge this evening, Howard King of Merthyr Tydfil, and Chelsea are attacking the goal to our left. And Alex Williams, in these conditions, would appreciate an early feed of the ball. People in the crowd have looked for shelter, but as always, a good atmosphere at Stamford Bridge. And here's Eddie Niedzwiecki. And he missed 1 game since he came here from Wrexham, which was in May 1983. Speedy. Well, it was the right ball, but maybe Spackman could have gone further forward. Speedy. And Dixon with the touch. It hung a bit for him. And the goalkeeper seemed to see it a little bit late. Kerry Dixon's 16th goal of the season. Speedy who curled it over the defender. Williams thought about coming, but when he reacted with his right arm, it was really too late. Nevin. Speedy. Lee. But a little unkindly for Spackman. He shot away from his left boot, which was poised with the trigger cocked. Williams falling before he made the punch. Jones, what a good ball that is. The Canaville. And the goalkeeper in trouble. Brilliant clearance off the line by Clive Wilson. Really fine play by Wilson. And also by Jones. It was a great ball that found Canaville. And Williams was in some trouble. And Wilson rescued him. The goalkeeper not having a happy time in the last 30 or 40 seconds. Smith. McNair. Determination from Rugby and long legs. Canaville. Chelsea in a position to take this match by the scruff of the neck. Speedy. Up comes Jones. Speedy slightly in his way. Denied him the first time shot. Spackman. Williams trying to hound the ball. And finally is in exactly the right position to take the header from Nevin. Well, he must have covered a few muddy parts of his goal then, Alex Williams. When he was needed, he was right there. Lee showing a good turn of speed. Speedy, good save. Williams certainly doing well. After Colin Lee had started the attack for Chelsea, showing a good turn of pace, getting him between two players, and the ball on the near post was well met by Speedy. The goalkeeper did very well indeed. Lee. Nicely done by Jones. Spackman. Speedy, nobody on this left side, forced him to turn. Kick in an interesting position. Two Chelsea players in the 18-yard area. McLaughlin makes it 3, and Kerry Dixon totally unmarked. Well, Manchester City certainly fell for that. There was a stage then when Chelsea only had two players in the 18-yard area. The others started to come away, and Dixon just walked gaily to the widest position of all, got himself behind Cunningham, between Cunningham and the goal, and it was a free header for Chelsea's second of the evening, and indeed his second. Kerry Dixon placing the ball very carefully, a ball which he might want to keep at the end of the match if he gets his hat-trick. But he's just gone in the record books as having scored 50 goals for Chelsea in 67 and a half games. I would imagine that Billy McNeil, the Manchester City manager, must have had quite a lot to say during the half-time interval. Speedy. Cannaville. Won by Reed. Cunningham. It's away from Rugby, but the whistle had gone for a bit of pushing and pulling by the Chelsea defender. The Manchester City supporters behind the goal to our left. Increase their volume in hope of a goal desperately needed. They won't get it with free kicks like that. Cannaville. Speedy going left, the ball staying in the middle. Beautifully picked up by Pat Nevin. And it gets to Speedy. Dixon far post unmarked. In fact, they've got two men over in this attack. Dixon and behind him Lee. Nevin, Lee, Dixon. Away by Wilson, but only as far as Jones. Lee once more. Nevin, great play. Teasing cross two, and that's another. Dixon gets his hat-trick. Courtesy of some beautiful play by Pat Nevin. All credit to the centre forward, but he won't score many easier goals than he's scored here this evening. Again, he was unmarked. The defender in front had no chance of getting to him. The defender from behind could do nothing but look. And Chelsea have a 3-0 lead. Nevin. Ball was out. McLaughlin. Speedy. Lee. The area where he used to play forward. Speedy. Goalkeeper's in trouble again, but managed to recover his ground to deny Cannaville. Williams went from one post to the other. And Cannaville suffered as a result. Struggling manfully to bring some semblance of order, but not successfully. Speedy. He's had another good match. Cannaville. Oh. But Jones took it so calmly. Wasn't exactly the pass of the season, because there's no doubt that Cannaville intended to strike the ball. But how calmly Keith Jones took the opportunity. Cannaville cutting in and got away from his man by sheer physical force, and there made what turned out to be a pass to Jones, who side-footed the ball home for number 4. Free kick has been given. Challenged by Nicky Reed. Pinched about 3 or 4 yards then, Chelsea. Nevin. Cannaville. And still. Penalty. Cannaville adjudged to have been held by Williams. The big forward certainly stood there inviting the challenge. It's going to be Pat Nevin who will take it. And everything has gone well for Chelsea this evening. I wonder whether the penalty will, because they haven't had a good record last season and this with taking penalties. Nevin. Oh, dear, I don't believe it. I hope I'm not being too unkind to Pat Nevin, a player of undoubted quality, but it has to be the worst penalty I've ever seen at this level of football. Gordon Smith is a bit short, and the sort of pass in these conditions which invited the injury. The referee had a quick word with Bumstead, and Phillips certainly felt that. But the mud was surely a contributory factor. Referee played the advantage, and all credit to him in these muddy conditions. He's allowed the game to flow as much as is possible, and certainly there'll be moments when Chelsea have flowed very sweetly indeed. So is this man, Clive Wilson for Manchester City. And Bumstead made the mistake, and Gordon Smith seized upon the error. But Clive Wilson, who comes to congratulate the scorer, deserves the greatest praise. He's looked the pick of the Manchester City team. Silkily away from Colin Lee. The low cross, pulled back, got defenders in trouble. It came off Bumstead, and Smith was there to lift it over the goalkeeper. Three again in the 6-yard box. Oh, I don't know what Nijveski was doing, but it didn't matter. Crowd encouraging the final whistle. And we're into the time that the referee, who's had a fine match, is allowing for the odd stoppage and injury. And he's not allowing any more. Really a comfortable victory for the First Division side. 4 goals to 1, a hat-trick for Kerry Dixon, the other scored by Keith Jones.
Chelsea's 5th round replay at Sheffield Wednesday was a night never to be forgotten by those of us privileged to be there. When Kerry Dixon missed the second half penalty that would have put Chelsea into the Milk Cup semi-finals on Monday, instead of drawing 1-1, he set up a replay which has awakened cup fever at Hillsborough. Wednesday hoping tonight for their biggest crowd of the season, over 33,000. It's still undecided, but that's become the least of their worries, because captain Colin Pates and Keith Jones have both been unable in the 48 hours to recover from the knocks of Monday, and so Chelsea have reshuffled. Colin Lee goes to the centre of defence at number 4, and in come Joey Jones to right back and Dale Jasper at number 6, who've played only half a dozen matches between them this season. Sheffield Wednesday, in contrast, are unchanged, and they're especially relieved that goalkeeper Martin Hodge is fit. It was his penalty stop from Dixon and 2 other quality saves that kept Wednesday in this cup tie. And it's Sheffield Wednesday in the stripes who kick off, attacking the goal to the right. And the atmosphere tonight highly charged as Wednesday try for the 3rd successive season to reach the semi-finals of the Milk Cup. The last 2 meetings between these teams have both ended in a 1-1 draw. It's Marwood. Joey Jones gives the throw. Joey Jones played most of his 400 League and Cup games at left back, but tonight at right back. So an early opportunity for Wednesday to inflict pressure on Chelsea's goal. Lyons with the long kick. And Lee Chapman couldn't catch that. The referee tonight, George Tyson of Sunderland, says he's totally uncommitted because, of course, Sunderland await the winners of this cup tie in the Milk Cup semi-finals. Chapman headed it on. Colin Lee, a striker turned defender, playing tonight in the centre of defence. like a push on Chapman. Chelsea pulling plenty of players back. Sterland swung and missed. And if that goes, it'll be a corner. This is Marwood. A little bit of a kick on the ankle to his trouble, which the referee spotted from quite a long way away. Andy Blair. And Wednesday now with 6 players in the Chelsea penalty area. Oh, it's there! That's what Wednesday were practicing all this morning. Corners and free kicks from those situations, with Mick Lyons and Laurie Madden going forward. And Mick Lyons profits from what was practiced, although it did almost appear to come off the shoulder of a Chelsea defender. Oh, nice footwork by Andy Blair, and releases Marwood on the right. Sheffield Wednesday beginning to play with confidence, and it's a corner. Well, he's had plenty of practice with corners already in this match as Andy Blair. Bit of a mix-up there between the Chelsea keeper and Joey Jones. This is Blair. Oh, easily beats Mickey Thomas. Lovely ball to Chapman, and it's in! Lee Chapman gets Wednesday's second. Lovely bit of footwork by Andy Blair, made the space and picked out the big attacker on the far post. Speedy's not offside, shoulder to shoulder with Shirtliff. Oh, and he's hit the post. How unlucky. It's 50 years since Sheffield Wednesday last won a trophy. That was the FA Cup back in 1935. But you won't convince any of these fans at Hillsborough tonight that they're not on their way to a trophy this season. Marwood. Lee goes down, still Marwood in possession. Tries the little chip. What a magnificent strike. Well, it's a straightforward one-on-one situation. Lee seemed to have the ball and did appear to be bundled down by Marwood. But doesn't he pick his spot beautifully? Chelsea starting the second half with their substitute Paul Cannaville on. Colin Lee's the man who's gone off. So Chelsea with problems at the start of the match, and they've got more now in the second half. Cannaville playing out wide on the left and involved early. Oh, what a start! Was that his first touch of the ball? Astonishing. Well, we had a quick goal in the FA Cup tie at Grimsby at the start of the second half on Saturday, and that must be even quicker. Wednesday caught absolutely cold, and our time 11 seconds. Has a substitute ever had more impact more quickly on a match than that? Marwood. Good block by Joey Jones. Oh, what a good header. Imre Varadi. Speedy for Chelsea. Mickey Thomas. Kerry Dixon wasn't offside. Is this number 28? Kerry Dixon took that awfully well. A quality finish from a quality player. And Chelsea remain in touch. Here's Mickey Thomas. The through ball this time, Wednesday appeal. Kerry Dixon wasn't offside. He seemed to have left it too late, a posse of players around him. And that was a good finish from a tight spot. So it's Sheffield Wednesday 3, Chelsea 2, and still time for Chelsea to get back. Spackman battling for possession. Speedy to Nevin. Now let's see something from little Pat Nevin. And forced to turn by Mick Lyons. Magic goal by Mickey Thomas. And incredibly, Chelsea have pulled it back. It's 3 apiece. What a blow for Wednesday. Good skill by Nevin. Forced to turn by Mick Lyons, but picking out Mickey Thomas, and no Wednesday defender had done the same. Now pick a winner. 76 minutes gone. It's Sheffield Wednesday 3, Chelsea 3. And are we in for extra time? And the attendance here tonight at Hillsborough, 36,505. Almost 3,000 higher than Wednesday's previous best of the season, which was against Spurs in September in the league. Chapman chesting it down for Blair. Wants to give it him again. This is Chapman. Is he too far out? Another shot that really tested Nizveski. Just listen to the crowd. A night of passion and real excitement at Hillsborough. Blair. Tries a little back heel which doesn't work. Nevin now beginning to play. The ball for Dixon to chase, and he'll get there. Oh, he's found Cannaville! Chelsea have done it! Kerry Dixon's strength brings dividends for Chelsea. Held up the ball. Hodge was off his line, but Cannaville was there first. And what an astonishing turnaround. And one would have to say that the skills of Pat Nevin deep in his own half contributed to that goal. Howard Wilkinson with his head in his hands on the left. Can't believe it. The match all but won at half-time with Wednesday 3 up. And now the eyes are glazed, and it's all gone away, and it's all gone wrong. Mel Sterland still got it, and that must be a penalty. What a foolish trip by Rugby in the last minute of the match. Well, Mel Sterland, the fullback, had gone forward as he likes to do. He'd got the better of Rugby, who did the foolish thing, and now it's a penalty in the last minute. And the man who was tripped shoulders the responsibility of saving Sheffield Wednesday's Milk Cup. Mel Sterland against Nizveski. Unbelievable. It's 4 apiece. Sterland's 6th goal of the season, his 3rd penalty. The 90 minutes are up. The fans are on the pitch. And it's all tied level at 4 goals each. And there goes the whistle. And so it's 30 minutes of extra time. What a moment of aberration by Rugby. Sterland had got round him and he tripped him. Surely there was no need to have done that, because Mickey Thomas was coming behind him and could have put in the challenge. A real test of courage for these two teams now in extra time, having played on Monday night. 90 minutes tonight. And now 30 more to play. Cannaville got himself free. There's 4 in the box. Mickey Thomas couldn't quite dig it out from underneath his feet. It never quite ran for him. But Cannaville, the man who carved out the opportunity. Oh, he missed it. Chapman! Blocked by Rootby. No flag, Marwood's not offside. Looking for Chapman! The chance went begging. Chapman popping up where he always does, beyond the far post. A lovely cross by Marwood. And should have got it at least on the target. Still in play. This is Marwood. Oh, he's put it over. Marwood with more space there than he could have dreamed of. Behind the Chelsea defenders, had time to let the ball drop, chest it down, and a second chance goes begging. So it's Wednesday who squander the opportunities to put themselves into the Milk Cup semi-final. So now 6 minutes, Peter Eustace on his feet, the whole of the Sheffield Wednesday dugout on their feet, imploring their players. Speedy to Cannaville. Oh, he can go forward and test Hodge. Good stop by the keeper. He did the only thing he could. He closed down the angles. Put the striker under pressure. And the ball off his body for a corner. Hold it up. Wait for Chelsea to get back on side. And Nevin hadn't. But Nevin as tired as anyone. Well, the one thing neither of these sides really wanted was another draw and a replay. As we move into time added on, the 90 minutes and the 30 minutes of extra time have all been played. And still it's Wednesday 4, Chelsea 4. And there goes the whistle. They'll have to battle it out again as a result of that last-minute penalty by Mel Sterland. And shakes hands with Doug Rootby. A nice moment that at the end of the match. It's Sheffield Wednesday 4, Chelsea 4, and what a night in Hillsborough. Chelsea went on to win the replay before losing the semi-final to Sunderland, but that 4-4 draw stands in the record books as one of their most heroic performances. A thriller-minute game that typified Chelsea's approach to football. Another Chelsea classic.